Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I was just sitting here reading my favorite Christmas-themed book, Die Hard. Like many of you watching, my memories of this time of the year are pound and plentiful. Snow falling from the sky, spending time with the family, and listening to All I Want for Christmas for the 6th time in a day. Yes, it's truly a magical time. However, recently I was thinking about a particular memory I had as a kid, specifically the Christmas parties we'd have at school before winter break. I don't know if other schools had done them, but at the school I went to, we would make decorations the day before, and then the teachers would bring in snacks and put on a movie for us to watch. It's the specific memory of this particular movie that led to the creation of this video. I have distinct memories of watching this movie multiple times throughout my school years, but when the memory resurfaced in my head recently, I really don't remember the movie they're showing us being a Christmas movie, so I decided to look into it. Is it The Grinch? Nightmare Before Christmas? Niet. It's something much more complex. So come with me on this journey as we learn about the Christmas movie we all forgot, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. In order to learn more about this movie and a bit about the Narnia series as a whole, let's go back in time to the early 2000s. The fantasy genre was really hitting its stride around this time thanks to the movies like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. Warner Brothers had the fantasy genre on lock, but other people wanted a piece of the pie, specifically Disney. Disney wanted to get a stake in the movie adaptation of a fantasy book series genre. Seriously, could there be a more specific genre? They wanted something that would fit Disney's brand. What I mean by that is they wanted this. Not this. So they wanted something kid-friendly, but also in the fantasy genre. That's when they found C.S. Lewis and his book series, The Chronicles of Narnia. The Chronicles of Narnia had everything Disney was looking for. A whimsical setting with fantastical characters, and it was family-friendly. So they got to work writing the script and passed directing on to Andrew Adamson. That's right, the director of the Shrek series also directed The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. This movie was absolutely set up to succeed. The story of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe follows the Pevensie family. Peter, the oldest son, played by William Moseley, Susan, played by Anna Popplewell, Edmund, played by Skander Keynes, and Lucy, played by Georgie Hanley. Taking place during World War II, the kids of the Pevensie family were sent to live in the countryside with Professor Kirky. Inside his home, they found a magical wardrobe that would take them to a land called Narnia, filled with magical creatures like Mr. Tumnus, played by James McAvoy, and Aslan the Lion, played by Liam Neeson. After entering Narnia, they find out that a witch, played by Tilda Swinton, is trying to plunge Narnia into an eternal winter, and they must fulfill their destiny and save Narnia. Honestly, before I started doing the research for this video, the only things I could remember of the movie were the lion, the witch, and Mr. Tumnus. But after looking into this movie, it's no coincidence that this movie was shown at those Christmas parties. This scene with Lucy entering Narnia for the first time gives total Winter Wonderland vibes. And they make a big deal about if the White Witch wins, Narnia will be cursed to, and I'm quoting here, to eternally experience winter and never Christmas. Gotta really drive home how evil she is. And there is literally a scene where they meet Father Christmas, with the sleigh and everything. So yeah, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was in fact a Christmas movie. That being said, how did it do commercially? The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was released in theaters on December 9th, 2005, and it was a major success. $745 million came in from the box office, making it at the time Disney's largest worldwide opening. It was a smash hit for Disney, and they made their mark on the fantasy genre with this movie. But that's not the full story of Narnia. In fact, it's really just the beginning. The Chronicles of Narnia had 7 books. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was just the first of the series, a gateway into the world itself. Disney had plans to adapt the whole series, and on May 2008, The Chronicles of Narnia: Prince Caspian was released into theaters. Compared to the first movie, Prince Caspian underperformed significantly and only grossed $419.6 million from the box office. So what happened? Why did the first movie do so well, but the second movie went up in smoke? One contributing factor of this may be the year the movie released. 2008 can be defined as the year the superhero genre trend really took off. Both Iron Man and The Dark Knight Rises released this year. This is just my own speculation, but I wouldn't be surprised if Disney decided to pull out of the fantasy genre, a genre they only got into because of Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings, and instead they devoted their money to the superhero genre. I'm more inclined to believe this line of thinking by Disney because the third movie, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, was handed over to Fox. Another contributing factor may be the books themselves. Harry Potter follows the characters as they grow up, and Lord of the Rings is this grand adventure. The Chronicles of Narnia don't do that. When the kids return to Narnia and Prince Caspian, 1,300 years have passed since the events in the first movie, and in The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, only Lucy and Edmund go back to Narnia because Peter and Susan have learned everything they could from Narnia, according to Aslan. Well, this style may work for books. Movies, it becomes a little more complicated as issues like casting and screenwriting come into play. As for what's next for Narnia, the fate of the series is still up in the air, I guess. In 2018, Netflix stated that they were going to reboot the series, but no information has come out since then. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the story of the Chronicles of Narnia. It wouldn't be fair to say it was a one-hit wonder, but it certainly feels like that. The series was a product of a company trying to get into a genre, only to see a shiny new trend on the horizon. I hope watching this video has reminded you of something you may have forgotten about the holidays, be it this movie or something else entirely. That's all I have to say about Narnia. I wish you all a happy holidays, and to all a good night.